Guys, excuse me. I've been battling a sickness, but we're beating the shit out of it. You know what I mean? But guys, we are live with another one, guys. We are live with another one, and look, guys, I gotta go straight to the point, and that's the UFC rankings are awful, just completely awful. I don't understand how I'm looking at the rankings right now in the lightweight division, and Michael Chandler is still ranked top 10. He's still ranked number 7. Why is Michael Chandler ranked number 7? And why? And the funnier thing about this is when you go on the because that's the lightweight rankings, but when you go on the overall rankings, like the pound for pound top, fighter rankings, not just lightweight, you got Sean O'Malley there standing at 13. That's a fucking joke, guys. That's a joke. The guy has no wrestling. Where am I from? I am from the U.S. I am from the U.S., USA. Where are you from, man? Where you from? If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, guys, like and subscribe, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well give me that thumbs up, guys. But these UFC rankings are just awful, man. Awful, awful, awful. I definitely think Charles Oliveira needs to be ranked higher. I don't know why Sean O'Malley is even ranked top 13 in pound for pound. That makes no sense. None at all. I'm in New York City. What state are you in? What state am I in? I am in a southern state. I'll tell you that much. I am in a southern state, and I'm in New York City. You in New York City? New York City. What part of New York City you from? Allah Akmin, Allah Akmin, Alhamdulillah. Where? What part of New York City you from? Are you from Manhattan? Are you from Brooklyn? Are you from the Bronx? Are you from Queens? Are you from Staten Island? Are you from Long Island? Where you from, man? Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, guys, I just don't understand the UFC rankings. I don't know who's doing the UFC rankings, to be honest with you. But it needs to be revised. You know what I mean? It needs to be revised. How you doing? How you doing, Roblox Girly? Hopefully you're having a good one, guys. Hopefully you're having a good one, a good start of your day. You know what I mean? A good start of 2025. All right. Please be smart. Please be smart. I have no idea what you're pertaining to. Being smart can be, in very different ways. It's all perspective, guys. It's all perspective. I'm from Manhattan. Okay, Madison, you're from Manhattan. Wow. What part of Manhattan? Are you from LES, the Lower East Side? All right, because I'm very familiar with Manhattan. I actually was born and raised in Manhattan. I lived there for about like 10 years of my start of life. You know what I'm saying? I went to PS 64, Lower East Side. Okay, I went to PS 64, and then when I went to I got unfortunately I got expelled. I got kicked out of PS 64, and I had to move schools. So I just moved to the school right across the street from where I lived, and that was literally PS 34, and then I went to PS 34 for a while until we moved. We moved into this little state, where there's nothing there and nothing to do. You know what I mean? I don't even want to mention this state. This state, literally, only lived there for 3 years, and the state sucks. I never want to go back. I literally I haven't gone back in a long time, and I don't plan to go back. But yeah, man, very familiar with Manhattan. Very familiar. Hello, brother. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you having a good one. Hopefully you having a good one. Please tell me to do you like the Pennsylvania Railroad? Please tell me, do you like the Pennsylvania Railroad? I don't know about that, man. I have no idea about the Pennsylvania Railroad. I don't know anything about that, but you know, I could tell you this much. I um, I think trains pulls, you know what I mean, are cool as hell. Good source of travel, especially they're faster, you know, than the traffic in New York City. I'm from Italy though. Oh, you're from Italy. That's what's up, man. Wow, you're from Italy. That's amazing, man. That is amazing. I never been to Italy. I would love to go. Um, yeah, yeah. You gotta you gotta travel with me. You gotta show me around your city. You gotta show me around Italy. I could show you around New York City, but you gotta show me around Italy. That's the promise that you gotta hold to me right now. You gotta like and subscribe too, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Click the bell notification to keep us all connected. And it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. So you might as well do it. All right. Um, how about sacred geometry or somatic patterns? Man, look, I don't know anything about what you just said. I'm just being honest. I don't know anything about what you just said, but I'll leave that for the people who do know about it. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? But inform me. You know what I mean? I love being informative, and I love talking to people who are informative that can inform me of new things that I've never even heard about. There's a lot of things that I actually follow, you know, that keep me informed about a lot of interesting things that are going on this earth, on this universe, and it keeps me informed of things of that nature. I would toss your salad like Olive Garden, yummy, yummy. That is. Come on, man. Can you keep it PG? Can you keep it PG, guys? Let's try to keep it PG up in this channel. We could keep it PG. We could, you know, we could keep it. You know, we could curse and shit like that. I don't mind about that. But when you start talking about, you know, things of that nature, that things that are just weird, uh, you never know you never know who's on this channel, who's reading. You know what I mean? So let's try to keep that to a minimum. You know, especially with the nasty ass shit. You know what I mean? I hate to put you on timeout. You know what I mean? I'm from North America. that, that's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, I was born in Milan. Wow. All right, you have a good one. How about I join with Philadelphia, Rome, New York, Rome, New York, and Philadelphia. Definitely worth looking into. It's all about Renaissance. I'm rock though. To find a sacred universe, think in terms of energy, request of vibration, Nikola Tesla. The most beautiful part of Italy is either Rome or Sicily. Rome or Sicily? Okay. Guess what state I'm from? That's right, Indiana. When all three are in the balanced state, it's Renaissance. Sun is inherent resonances with vibration of what cause somatic patterns to occur. Gotcha. Sounds mad. It sounds interesting. Sounds very very interesting. I've been to both. You've been to both. What is my favorite scary movie? My favorite scary movie will have to be um. Damn, what's that? That shit. I forgot the name of this movie. I'm just telling you the honest truth. I forgot this name of the movie, but it's become one of my favorites. You know what I mean? It's literally become one of my favorite scary movies. Oh, it's called Vacancy. Hold on, let me just make sure that's the name of it. I don't want to be wrong. Um, Yeah, 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 yeah. It's called Vacancy. That's one of my favorite movies just because I honestly thought this movie was gonna suck. You know what I mean? I actually went to the movie theater to watch this movie. And I honestly thought this movie was gonna suck. You know, the whole movie, the whole setting is like in a motel. So it's like not much to the movie. So I'm like, what how good is this movie gonna be? You know what I mean? And look, man, I was surprised. I was surprised over the years, as I've watched it over and over. I'm like, yo, this is like a simple ass movie, but they made it such a good movie. They made it a really good movie. You know what I mean? And the topic, the setting, everything was it was done really really well. They had really good actors, so that's what really I think changed the outcome of this movie. It's called Vacancy. Uh, Whoever moved first is gay for 2 minutes. Um, this guy's fucking dumb, bro. This guy playing fucking dumb games. Look him up. I'm not making it up. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, guys. Thank you for asking, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to click that bell notification to keep us all connected, guys. Okay? Trying to build a community here, man. Trying to build a community here. But the topic of discussion today was, man, the UFC rankings fucking suck. I don't, like I said, I don't know who's doing it, but I think the UFC rankings suck. The whole system sucks. Like I said, I don't know how Sean O'Malley is still ranked number 13. He took a horrible loss against Marab, and he hasn't fought since. And he's been delusional ever since that loss. To be honest, talking about that, he won 3-2. If you don't sub to him, you will be sacrificed. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, guys. Don't you know what I mean? Positive energies. Positive energies. Throwing out there. You know what I mean? Are you Guyanese and or Rican? Um, Guyanese or Rican? I'm a human being. I'm a human being first and foremost. Okay, I'm flesh and blood human being. Okay, maybe uh, you know, some alien, uh, you know, uh, futuristic elements of me that I don't even know about. You know what I mean? Possibly, but probably not. You know what I mean? But what I know of myself, I'm a human being. That's the first thing I am. When it comes to everything else, the reality is I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know what I am. All right. I know I'm a male species. Okay, and I'm a human being. All right. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That's all I know. Are you Team Trump or Kamala? I'm Team Me. You know what I mean? I'm Team Me. Whatever is happening whatever's happening in the politics, I keep my ear to it. I keep my ear to it. I don't watch it very closely, but when I say I keep my ear to it, meaning I I I uh, I keep myself from a distance from when it comes to politics and political things. So when it comes to either of those people, I don't know. I don't know either of them. You know what I mean? But I remember Kamala from back in the day. Okay, and when I say back in the day, I'm talking about. I remember her. I remember seeing her at parties. You know what I mean? And she wasn't very political back then, if you know what I mean. The lady was, what you call a college freak. She was out there, guys. Okay, she was out there, and when I say she was out there, she was out there. But you know, hey, to each their own. You live your own life, and when it comes to Trump, hey, say what you want about Trump, but the guy hasn't touched a drink, uh, in years. Okay, the guy doesn't drink alcoholic drinks. Okay, the guy is amazing. All right, That's most likely why he's so healthy. That's why he's still alive and still thriving. Okay, at the rate that he's in, even at his age, most likely because he didn't abuse his body. You know what I mean? In that fashion with alcohol, and most likely is because of the situation that happened with his brother. But let's not go into detail with that. But that's pretty much where I keep those two at a distance. That's very nasty, man. That's very nasty. That's some nasty stuff, man. You're 3 clicks away from getting shadow banned, okay? 3 clicks away from getting shadow banned. I don't want to hear about nobody's shit, okay? I don't want to hear about nobody's poop. All right, that's disgusting. I don't need to have any visuals. All right, let's not do that. All right, let's not do that. All right. But yeah, guys, this UFC rankings is awful. It's awful, guys. It's I don't know what to say about this, man. I don't know what to say about this. It's almost just as awful as as what's going on in this world. I'll tell you that much. I'm a Santa, man. How old are you, man? I really hope you're not like I hope you're not a full grown adult doing this nonsense. You know what I mean? Talking about this nonsense because it's like, man, you know what I mean? Like, you got to grow up sometime. You got to grow up sometime, man. You know what I mean? And the way you're talking, man, you're acting like a damn 12-year-old. All right, like a damn 12-year-old. And if you are, that's what's up. But if you're not, and you're an adult, a full-grown adult, you should, revise some things. Revise some things. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look up some UFC tickets, man. I'm trying to see how cheap you can get a UFC ticket for. You know what I mean? Let's talk about history. Let's not talk about history. I don't want to talk about history. History is very sad. You know what I mean? When you look back in history, it's very sad. It's not really what they teach you in school. You know what I mean? What I was taught in school and then what I was reading in the library, it was two different stories. Two different stories, man. You know what I mean? You got to do your due diligence. You got to do your due diligence and look that up. But I'm not gonna teach it here. I don't want to talk about no history, man. That's not what we're gonna do. You're gonna talk about the end of the Cold War. Wow. No, I don't want to talk about that. That sounds very, very boring. That sounds like something you can watch on the History Channel, most likely. And most likely you got two options. Okay, you could watch it in black and white, or you could watch it in color. All right, I prefer the colored version. If we're talking about watching wars, uh, might as well watch World War II in color too, right? What about Nixon? What about Nixon? You know what I mean? He was a terrible liar. You know what I mean? Nixon was a terrible liar. You know what I mean? Only if he was a good liar, he would have gotten through whatever the situation that arose, while he was at that seat. But the reality is, he was a bad liar. And unfortunately, when you're a bad liar, you can't hold a high pedestal because you gotta be believable, especially when you're lying. Do I like the Twilight Zone? No, I like the chill out zone. That's what I like. I like the chill out zone. That zone, is the best zone in the world. It's the best vibes. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I like the chill out zone. You know what I mean? Chill out, relax, peaceful. That's what I like right there. Ooh, it feels so comfortable. Oh yeah, that's what I like right there. What I don't like is the fact that the UFC actually put Adesanya versus Imavov February 6th literally a week away from Duplessis versus Strickland when I already told these sons of bitches that they should have put Adesanya and Strickland as coaches for the Ultimate Fighter, and then at the end of that Ultimate Fighter, they could have fought each other. But instead, we have Duplessis versus Strickland. We're just going to get two guys who's going to clash with each other, and it's going to be a jab fest from Strickland. And I'm hoping Duplessis uses his wrestling to take him down, and just finish him, and just ride into the sunset basically, and make that a quick ass fight. Because I don't want to watch that fight, to be honest. I have a brain of a coconut. That's sad. That is so sad, man. You gotta open up your horizons. You know what I mean? If you got a brain of a coconut, you gotta open up your horizons, man. All right? You gotta open up your eyes. All right? Open up your eyes. Pennsylvania official channel. Pennsylvania Railroad official channel. Wow. Do you work on the railroads? Do you work on the railroads? Is that what you do? No, you don't work on the railroad? You don't work on the railroad, huh? My railroad went bankrupt in 1970. Open up your third eye, and I ain't talking about the brown one. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man, my Knicks are on a 2-game losing streak. Lost against the Thunder, and then lost against the Bulls. What a sad story. That's a sad story. My Knicks are just they always find a way to just you know they always find a way to trip over themselves. Them sons of bitches. Trains are Sigma. If you say so. Do you get a razor or money for a good shave? Do you got a razor or money for a good shave? Do I got a razor or money for a good shave? I got both, right? You know what I mean? I can give myself a good shave anytime I want to. I got money. I definitely got money. I definitely, you know, have like, machines and whatnot. I just don't want to. You see what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't feel the need to. You know. I don't know. I just don't feel the need to. You know. So if I don't feel the need to, you shouldn't feel the need to comment and to worry about what another man, how another man looks. You know what I mean? And what another man does with himself, especially. And if you are worried about what another man does, you need to reevaluate yourself. You really do, because that's not what men do. Men don't worry about other men, and if you are worried about another man, that's what gay men do. You know what I mean? So if you're a gay man, that's okay. That's not what I do. I don't roll like that. Blessings to you, everybody. To each their own. But yeah, big ass beard. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Help. I did something bad. I accidentally lost a train, not a toy train, a full size train. I'm a big train. So, are you Muslim? Uh, am I Muslim? Am I Muslim? I can tell you what. I'm blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. I can tell you that much. Well, that's good for you, man. That's good for you. At least you came out and you're all good. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. I am definitely trying to get one of those, man. I'm looking at that. Looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around, man. There's a lot of that going around. A lot of huh, what is that? Man, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I'm disappearing, guys. I'm disappearing for sure, 100%. All right? I'm disappearing for a long time. You won't see my ass. No way. You won't see me. That's for sure. I'm still waiting for Chess 2. What is that? What is Chess 2? I have no idea what is that. I have no idea what that is. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. No idea. You feel me? I have no idea. I just made a song right there, just on you, right on top of your head. ah, I think Buckley should fight Ian Gary. Ian's teasing it. Uh, that fight was supposed to happen in UFC Tampa, so maybe that fight does happen. But Buckley is coming off of a win. Ian Gary is coming off of a loss. I think Buckley needs to fight up. I think Ian Gary, after that loss, he needs to fight somebody behind him or something like that. You know what I mean? He's already fought ahead. So yeah, that's my opinion towards that. I have a map of all the Civil War battles. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I don't want to ever. That's some sad shit. You know what I mean? Civil War, all that stuff, man. That's some sad shit. I don't ever want to be around it. You know what I mean? Death is always looming. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, well, how can I say this? Death has everlasting history. You know what I mean? And death is a feeling. It's a vibration, and that's why when you go into like into a cemetery, there's a certain feeling you get. You know what I mean? Especially at night. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not trying to touch base with history. By the looks of the stream, ain't nobody gonna see him or miss him. That's sad. Buckley versus Gary. I like to see that. Uh Buckley versus Gary. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. What do you think about ranch flavored ice cream? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about ranch flavored ice cream. Um, I wouldn't try that. I don't. No way. No way. No way. No way. You know. Do you think Shafkat is overrated? Ian took his short notice nearly subbed him. You think Balad or Kamaro could beat Shafkat? I heard Shafkat. I mean, a lot of the people are saying. I mean, it's rumored that Shafkat went into that fight with Ian Gary with a torn ACL. So if he did, go into that fight with a torn ACL, that's impressive. You know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't look very good, but he did win the fight on one leg. So uh, yeah, it's just not every time you go into the octagon you're gonna look, you know, like 100%, or you're gonna be 100%. So that might have been the situation. But when it comes to Bilal Muhammad, yeah, I think Bilal Muhammad beats those guys, all those guys you mentioned. He's just really, really good right now. His striking is really good. He put it all together. It was a good idea going over there and training with that gym, and training with Khabib. It's really helped his career. Kobe versus Gary. Gary gonna win that. Yeah, I think Gary would win that. I think A and Gary would win that. I think Kobe Covington. I like Kobe Covington. It's just unfortunately, um, his time. It's not his time, man. It's not his time. His time came and went. Uh, that's if though. That's if though. If he wasn't injured and performed like that, it's a big wake up call for him to work on his defense. Very true. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. If that's not the case, and he went into that fight, healthy and 100% and whatnot, yeah, that's not a very impressive looking fight. It really isn't. And that wasn't impressive for Ian Gary either. So, especially if he was injured. That's not. That's definitely not impressive for Ian Gary. I'm gonna send you a credit card information. I'm gonna send you my credit card information. I don't know why you're gonna do that for. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. But yeah, guys, we are past the 30-minute mark now. We can talk about whatever you like. We're past the 30-minute mark. We don't have to talk about UFC if you don't like, but if you do, we can. Who knows? Though maybe Ian turns out to be a monster and the fight ages well for both of them. Maybe that's the case. Belal will beat Shavkat regardless of how many people will be hating on it. I agree. I'm not hating on Belal. I think Belal is a great fighter. I think Belal is a great fighter. But but yeah. What's your favorite way of transportation? My favorite way of transportation is fast. Fast and easy. If I can get somewhere fast and easy, that's what's up. You know? Dagestan. Dagestan. Yeah, yeah. He went over there and trained with them, man, and his career has escalated. That's for sure. That's for sure. Afghanistan. What? After seeing what Shavkat did to Rob, or Chimaev, Kamzat, Chimaev, what do you think if Leon fight happened? Chimaev would beat Leon? Chimaev would kill Leon. That's a welterweight. Robert Whitaker, Robert Whitaker is a middleweight, man, and he's a big middleweight at that too. You know, nah, man. I think Chimaev. I think Chimaev absolutely demolishes Leon Edwards if they ever fall, which I don't think will happen. Laugh my ass off. That's a way to answer. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, man. I am just being honest. Okay. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, okay? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Alright? Takes minimal effort. Takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up. So come on. What is it? Exposing the MMA industry? I gotta watch this. What is this about? Hmm. Did you see Rob's response when someone asked him about the Alex versus Jamaev? It was hilarious. He pretty much said the same thing you just said about Leon. It's just true. You're talking facts, man. You're talking facts. Robert Whitaker is a monster. He's the Reaper for a reason. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, he knows. He knows what's good. He knows what's going on. And Chimaev is just different. He's a different animal. He just is. And he would kill Leon, literally.
It's great, but behind the lights and lies a darker truth. Dana to run the show and suppress the sport. I don't give a fuck about him. Fighters.
But Whitaker's face. He apparently that was already done by DDP. Bro, 12/18 is my birthday. 12/18 is my birthday. Laugh my ass off. Well, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Relish it. You know what I'm saying? And have a good time. Have a good time. Whatever it is you got going on, have a good time and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Rope forever. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Robe. Oh, okay. DDP versus Chicken 2. DDP versus Chicken 2 is gonna be awful. It's gonna be an awful fight. I hate it. It should have been, DDP versus Chimaev in Africa, and then it should have been Adesanya versus Strickland too. That's what it should have been. But the UFC, they do their own little fucking limbo. Yeah, January on 12/8, 1941. That's crazy. Pakistan is back. Okay. And it happened to be my birthday. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, yeah, 12/18, 12/8. Yeah, apparently it's the day that the U.S. joined World War II. 12/8, 12/8. Uh, it's true. That's when the U.S. joined World War II. That's what's up. That is what's up. So I was one who backed out. That's right. What are you talking about? Chamaya backed out. Chamaya backed out of what? Well, there you go. You learned something. You learned something new, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've been on for 36 minutes and counting. There's nobody else doing this right now. There's nobody else doing this right now. Early in the morning, doing a live about UFC. There's nobody else doing this. Uh, nah, I don't think he popped. I don't think that's the situation. I don't think steroids is the situation with Chimaev. Just being honest, you know what I mean. Yeah, I've been up since 10 p.m. yesterday time. That's early, bro. That's early. What are you talking about? I'll be pulling. I'll be up for almost 24 hours some days. Today, I'm not. I haven't. I've done a good job of sleeping in. You know what I mean, and taking advantage of that. But yeah, man. Some days I'll be up for almost 24 hours, and some days I'll be up for even more than that. So, uh, it's tiring, guys. But you gotta hustle. You gotta keep the grind going, man. You gotta keep hustling. You gotta keep the grind going. You know, more doors will open. DDP fight. That's what he backed out of. I don't. I don't know. I don't know why he would back out of the DDP fight. I have no idea. Team Mayo has Peter Pound, bro. It's literally costing him a chance at the Olympics. Very sad story. That's crazy, man. Uh, that's a sad situation. Unfortunately, I think I think I think Donald Trump should do something about it. But yeah, guys, I'm about to be out of here. I've been on here for 38 minutes. I'm gonna stay on here for another like 5 minutes or something like that. Be on here for the 45 minute, and then see what's gonna go. What's happening right now. You know what I mean? What do you do for a job and money? What I do is I make money. You know what I mean? I make money, and yeah, I do have different sources of income. You know what I'm saying? And as I progress my life and get older, like fine wine though, right? Um, I'm learning new ways of having cash flow, and I'm hoping to have more doors open of that source. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do right there. When he was a visa stopped him from competing. Crazy story. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's nuts. You into crypto at all or stocks? Uh, I'm not into anything. I'm not into like yeah, I'm not into that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not into those things. Yeah, I'm into watching stocks, but I'm not in a position like I'm not in a position where I can buy an abundance of stocks. You know what I mean? And I haven't really. I might have fooled around and bought stocks here and there, but not in a lump sum like I want to. And I just watched it very carefully. And sometime soon though, I will be buying stock. That's for sure. I will be buying stock the way I want to buy stock, which is in a large sum. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mean, if he backed out of the DDP fight. I don't know why would it be. You know what I mean? I don't understand that, especially after beating Robert Whitaker. I highly doubt. I mean, why would he back out? You know what I mean? I mean, unless it's something realistic like travel restrictions or something like that. I have no idea. But like I said, I highly doubt it's because he popped or was taking steroids or anything like that. I highly doubt that. My dad doesn't shut up about it. That's one of the only reason I know. I got you. I got you. It's good stuff. How long you been live? I've been live for 40 minutes, man. 40 minutes and counting. Yes, blessed, man. Blessed, man. Bless and more blessings. Okay? Bless and more blessings. All right? Very true. Most likely he doesn't have. Most likely he's having visa issues. You know what I mean? That's most likely the issue. I have no idea. Like I said, I have no idea the specifics, but most likely that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's most likely the issue, guys. When it comes to Chimaev. Um, but yeah. Uh, but you never know, man. You never know, guys. How you doing, man? How you doing? Bless, guys. Bless. Damn, do I have? Yeah, I gotta go buy more. I don't have any. Oh my god, I got like 2 drops left. I gotta buy more, man. My eyes are dry as hell. Remember me? I think so. I think that one. Yeah, 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 yeah. I do remember that name. Yeah, I do remember that name. I believe so. Man, I gotta put eye drops in my eyes. I really do. I really gotta put eye drops in my eyes. Once again, my eyes are super dry. She close to the second dictator. They bought him a mansion. That's the reason. But that fight could go down in Saudi Arabia. Maybe that fight does go down in Saudi Arabia. And yeah, I know about the whole story about that guy. And about his way of leading and stuff like that. Hold on, guys. I gotta put some eye drops. Oh Lord. I don't know what is it, but lately my eyes have been dry as shit, man. I'm telling you, there has to be something in the air, bro. It gotta be something in the air, bro. Because wow, my eyes are super dry. Like I'm talking super, super dry. Hold on a second, guys. Damn. The visa travel is soon, but the guy can't stay healthy or active. This is just history repeating itself. I mean, I think he could stay active. I think he could stay healthy. He's been healthy. Unfortunately, he's had situations, but as of recent, he hasn't. So, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up. I hate those times when I always scratch myself on accident. Also turned 9 today. Oh, happy birthday, man! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, man! Blessings. Happy birthday. Hopefully you have a good one, man. you know. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get out of here soon. I gotta watch this thing, man. I gotta watch this documentary right here. Literally do. So cool to have a 9-year-old fan of the channel. I mean, I don't know if they're a fan. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call them fans. You know what I mean? I have no idea. You know what to call them. But I hope if I do anything, I hope I make them laugh and I hope I make their day. You know what I mean? If I do, I'm always on here trying to spread positivity. And if there's always somebody on here, talking, that negative, bullshit, I always call them out, and I try to hold them accountable. That's for sure. So if you get anything out of my channel, hopefully you get that, you know. But I mean, I don't know if I have any fans. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I don't think that's what it'll be called. Um, but yeah, guys. Yeah, man. Happy ninth birthday for sure. Happy ninth birthday. You gotta enjoy that, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it to the fullest. Same age as Conor McGregor Jr. Uh, I don't know about that. I don't even know how old Conor McGregor's children are. I don't know how old are they. I really don't. I don't know how old are they. But when it comes to Conor McGregor, hopefully he checks himself into a clinic. I can tell you that much. Uh, is this kid? Is this a kids channel? That's wild. No, this is not a kids channel. This is not. I don't think this is a kids channel. You know what I mean? And before I make my videos, I always put no kids and whatnot on my thing. But somehow, they always make their way into my channel. So you know what I mean. But luckily, I'm not on here talking. We're not on here talking. About negative stuff. We're on here talking about just UFC fight news and stuff like that, and usually positive things. So like I said, hopefully that's what they get out of my channel. But I do swear a lot, so that's one that's one negative thing. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, okay? Takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well give me that thumbs up. I'm trying to build this community. I'm trying to build this channel. As soon as we make it to 500 subscribers, I'll start making some changes to this channel, some upgrades. I definitely want to make an upgrade for my, with my audio. So I'm most likely gonna invest in a microphone, right? In a hopefully a good microphone, just to make the audio a lot better. And I'll slowly and surely start progressing into other things and start investing into other things as well when it comes to this channel. But there has to be movement, there has to be progression, guys. So like and subscribe, share, you know what I mean? And click that bell notification because it keeps us all connected, guys. But that's what's up. I'm patiently waiting on the return of the Notorious. He's definitely not going to return, man. He's definitely not going to return. And if he is returning, it's going to be to that boxing event. And, and they'll get some money from Saudi or from that guy, from I think, I don't know, from Saudi Arabia, whatever. By the way, I have a YouTube channel. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. That is what's up, man. I'm glad you have a YouTube channel. Hopefully, is blossoming and is progressing and it's on its way up. That's what I always wish for everybody. I gotta go. All right, man. You have a good one, man. You have a good one. Bless, bless. But yeah, guys, I'm about to be out of here too. In the next, I was supposed to be out of here way, way long time ago, but I'm still on here. So I might as well stay on here for the next 10 minutes and make it an hour. So, but yeah. My damn Knicks on a 2-game losing streak. 2-game losing streak. Unfortunately, they can't get a fucking W from against good teams. Yep, I have a lot of views on one of my effing video on my videos. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. You know what I mean? Get as much views as you can, as much subscribers as you can, as much love as you can, you know what I mean? And yeah, hopefully your channel grows organically, brother. How much money can you make doing this? Have you seen any money yet? No, I'm not in like when it comes to money. No, I haven't seen any. And when I haven't seen any money into this YouTube stuff. I don't. I'm not sure how much money you would make doing videos on YouTube. To be honest with you, I just like doing videos. I know for a fact. I'm not. How can I say this? Like, I never was one to get in front of the camera and just talk. You know what I mean? I never was one for that. But after further review and talking to people, and I have friends, and we talk about specific things, including mainly about mixed martial arts, and I got some good feedback, and people would always say, man, you should just get in front of your camera and start making videos and just talk about mixed martial arts. So that's what I started doing. But I'm not one to want to make a video and then do the editing for the video and do all that type of stuff. I'm more of a guy that I'll turn on the camera and I'll do the live stuff. Just because I'm that type of guy that I can do some freestyle. I can respond to any comments very fast, right off the cuff, just because I know a lot of information about mixed martial arts. Most of the time, I know the information, and if I don't know the information, I definitely do look it up just so I can know that I'm putting the right information out there. So, yeah, I'm not really the first train of thought wasn't money for doing this. The first train of thought was just turning on my camera and start talking, and yeah, see if anybody can relate and will be interested in the channel. That's pretty much it, man. Sleeping 16 hours. I'm sleeping 16 hours a day to combat depression. Oh man, that's crazy. 16 hours a day. I wish I could sleep for 16 hours a day. I cannot sleep for 16 hours a day. Unfortunately, that's not possible. You know what I mean? That's just not possible. But if you are depressed or anything like that, get your rest. Eat healthy. Start off with eating healthy. I think that'll help a lot. If you can start off by eating healthy, and then get a good regimen in your life to where you're eating healthy. You're also you're working out. Working out also helps. With stress, it helps you deal with some stress and whatnot. Yeah, so eat healthy. And make sure you're going out there and you're being creative. Human beings are creators. We're all creators in our own right. So make sure you get out there and you're being creative in your own right. And yeah, that's my best advice, man. Because being depressed and sleeping for 16 hours a day isn't gonna help you mentally. What's gonna help you in life is meeting whatever situation you're going through. If you're meeting it head on, and and you're learning from every experience, that's what life is. So yeah, sleeping is better than jumping off of a building. I mean, if you're planning a jump off a building, I say seek advice. You know what I mean? I say seek advice. That's my train of thought. You know what I mean? Just being honest. Because in my opinion, there's nothing in this life that's gonna get me to end this for myself. I'll do anything. That's why I have I have multiple things. That's why I have multiple things to protect myself. If anything was to occur, just because I love my life. You know what I mean? I love my life, and I'll protect that to the very end, to the very last breath of my life. I will protect that. That's how much I love my life. So for anyone to have that train of thought, of like, eliminating, themselves. Hopefully they fix themselves. Hopefully, they seek advice. Just because that's not even a train of thought in my life. Just because there's so much beauty in life. There's so much beautiful things to look forward to. So much growth to look forward to. So yeah, hope the best for you, man. Hope the best. So you're depressed, so you are sleeping too much, or do you just not have any energy? I hope you get better and feel better. Yeah, man. I hope you get better and feel better. That's for sure. I hope you get better and feel better. That is for sure. Yeah, that's not a good story, man. That's not a good story. It's a location depression living in the middle of nowhere. It's a location depression living in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I mean, even if you're living in the middle of nowhere, man, you gotta. I don't know. If you are depressed, I don't know. Why would you be depressed just because of your location and you're living in the middle of nowhere? What's wrong with living in the middle of nowhere? I mean, do you have food? Um, I see you have internet because we're in connection and we're talking. So I mean, if you have internet, that's something to look forward to. Because I mean, for you being in the middle of nowhere, move from two busy cities, and it's a culture shock socially. I hear you. I hear you, but I mean, if you could get to your nearest library and get a book, maybe you can do some things. You could do some things in that solitude. Because if I'm in the middle of nowhere, that's beautiful. Honestly, if I'm away, I'm just being real. If I'm away from people and I'm away from your nearest highways, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's less noise. That's less you know that's less people to be around. I could go for a walk, and I can hear the birds chirp. I don't have to go for a walk and hear cars and highways and people talking. Yeah, man, it's total solitude, and that's a beautiful thing, man. Not a lot of people appreciate that, and not a lot of people have that. Yeah, man. Exercise helps for sure. The middle of nowhere is the only place I could find an affordable house. Well, that's what's up. At least you got a house. At least you got a house, and at least you are. Yeah, at least you got a house over your head. At least you got your shit together. There's not a lot of people that can say that. Like I said, a lot of people in today's economy, they can't even live by themselves. We literally have people in relationships, staying in relationships because they can't live by themselves. They literally cannot afford to live on their 10 toes. So they refuse to, leave this toxic relationship where both people are obviously not in love with each other. They're probably cheating at each other 100%, and they stick together just because financially it helps both of them. And that's sad, man. We're living in a world today where people are doing that because of an economy, guys. An economy. There's nothing in this world that will keep me from. Are you out of your mind? I'll get my money. Fuck that. I'll get mine. I'll get mine. Ain't no way that's gonna go down. So yeah, guys, the economy out there is rough, man. You gotta appreciate the little things, and if you are living on your own and you're on your own hustle and you're doing it all by yourself and you're doing it, you know what I mean? What you call it? You're doing it. What's the word? You're doing it genuinely. You know what I mean? You're not out here, killing people for a living. Then you should be proud of yourself. You know what I mean? You should be proud of yourself, and you should appreciate every little bit that you get. Very true, man. You're speaking facts. You're speaking facts. I would love to live in the middle of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? It's all perspective, guys. It's all perspective, man. There's a lot of people out there that will actually appreciate living in the middle of nowhere because they never had that solitude. They never got to experience that, and that's something that a human being should experience is being alone. Appreciate your own. your own self, being alone. Appreciate yourself. You know what I mean? If you could appreciate yourself and be alone, and not get depressed and stressed by being alone, then you're ahead of the game, man. You're literally ahead of the game. You're a fucking lone wolf, and you're dangerous. Because if you could be by yourself and you can succeed by yourself, imagine what's gonna happen when people wanna, be around you. You know what I mean? And they want to work with you, and they want to succeed with you. Man, that's gonna be a hella strong team. I can tell you that much. You got to make the middle of nowhere your middle of everything. Very true, man. I like that comment right there. That's a beautiful comment. A friend left Mississippi for the same social reason. A friend left Mississippi for the same social reason. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Gotcha, man. But hey, that happens, bro. That happens. That happens. But stay strong, man. You gotta stay strong. Maybe you're stronger than your friend. Uh, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the case. But yeah, man, you gotta stay on top of your game, man. You gotta stay on top of your game. Go running. Have a regimen. You gotta have a regimen. You know what I mean? You gotta have a regimen, and you gotta stick to that regimen to make something out of life. You know what I mean? And then through that, there'll be some good things. There'll be some good things that you'll be able to do. You know what I mean? There'll be some good things that you'll be able to do. Travel a little more. Go to places. You know what I mean? You can have a house in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? But that can be your solitude. That can be your, you know what I mean, your place where when you close all your doors, that's your home. That's where you get to relax. And then occasionally travel. Go places. Go to different places. Go to New Orleans. New Orleans is not that far. Go to Texas. You know what I mean? Texas is not that far. Head over to Alabama or Florida. You know what I mean? Like, those are all possibilities. And trips like that are not that expensive. So yeah, man, just travel a little more. Make life what it is. And appreciate everything. That's what I would do. That's the future plan. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up, guys. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all stay blessed. You know what I mean? And y'all stay on top of your game. You already know what it is, man. Until next time, like and subscribe, guys. If you're new to the channel, like I always say, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that motherfucking thumbs up, so you might as well do it. And yeah, man, there's nobody else on here right now doing this. There's nobody else on here for an hour and some talking about UFC and also, giving life advice as well. So yeah, appreciate the little things, guys. You know what I mean? Appreciate everything. Appreciate the good, the bad. Appreciate it all, because that's what's gonna make you who you are in the future. You know what I mean? So that's it for me today, y'all. Y'all be good. Blessings.